Peace, family. I'm back with another one. As I always say, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're a returner, thank you for checking out the content. Thank you for being consistent, or thank you just for checking out whatever, information that I'm providing that catches your attention that you like, Because I would know I put a lot of different information on this one platform. But this is the Helping Our People Elevate YouTube channel. We have our study classes every second and fourth Thursday, and this is my new intro flyer. Let me know what y'all think about it. We've got our 5 principles on there: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Nationality and birthrights are the most important. So that's why I push this information that I push. As you see on the top, we have the sponsors of our Morris Investigative Research Committee, and that's every second and fourth Saturday. And so we have those classes as well. You can find those on the Moroccan Post Media YouTube channel. And so what we're going in today is how country music, or what we consider country music, was actually founded by melanated people. And what I'm going to be reading, it came from an article that I found. It's going to talk about how it came from slaves, but in reality, I'm going to show you some images where the Moors were playing the banjo and different instruments thousands of years ago in Europe and in other places. And so, like I said, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit that like button if you're a returning viewer, and we're going to jump straight. Peace and love, family.
On behalf of Akuno Senko for Bay, you know what I'm saying? Jay, where you at? We're trying to help our people elevate. Hope. H-O-P-E. We're giving them hope. We doing what we gotta do, Every day, one step at a time, man. We gonna make it happen. Helping our people elevate. Sometimes I practice focus, thought, and meditate. I'm trying to come with other ways to help our people elevate. And seeking knowledge make me levitate. The lifted mental state is what results from how we orchestrate. This for the family's sake. Let's self-reflect and self-evaluate. And every day make sure the steps you take, you calculate. Receive a master's fate. I know I can't exist without the hate, but that's okay. I balance that with higher self today. Success is on this way, and after that my flesh can pass away.
The truth about black people and country music, we created it. The global success of rapper Lil Nas X's hip-hop country song Old Town Road should not be a surprise to anyone. According to the True Origins of Country Music, a very powerful TED Talk by vocalist/historian Queen Esther, not only is country music rooted in black culture, but it is also originated with blues music and West African music traditions. When our African ancestors were violently uprooted from their homeland and enslaved by white colonizers, they saturated America with their slang and languages, their native plants, fruits, and vegetables, as well as traditional African dishes, their rural ways, and their music. It took 400 years of the Middle Passage, work songs, field hollers, shouts, chants, ahoolies, spiritual bloodsheds, and sorrows to create blues music. There is no question that this genre, with African music traditions like call and response and the bluing of a note at its essence, is in the DNA of American music. Without blues, there would be no rock and roll or any other derivative like punk, and the world definitely would be no country or bluegrass. The banjo, a key instrument in country music, originated in Africa. Like blues music and all of its sonic offshoots that continues to flourish from its blood-soaked roots, the banjo is uniquely African-American. Originating in Africa, the banjo, also called the Banjar, Banji, Banjer, or Banza, was created in the early 17th century by African captives and brought to America through the West Indies. Thomas Jefferson was the first to mention the banjo in his footnote to his Notes of the State of Virginia, published in 1785. The instrument proper to them is the Banjar, which they brought with them from Africa. It is clearly identical to the akanting of Senegal and Gambia and played with the exact same downstroke technique. Up until the early 1840s, African captives were the only ones who played banjos. The white men who popularized the banjo learned how to play it from slaves. Joel Sweeney, a white blackface minstrel performer and the earliest documented white banjo player, is responsible for popularizing the banjo. but he learned how to play it from slaves on a Virginia plantation, then standardized its construction, created a lesson book, and sold it. The banjo grew in stature worldwide thanks to the minstrel shows, a widely popular form of theater in the 19th century that stemmed from medicine shows, traveling theaters and circuses, music halls, Irish music and dance, and African symphony. With the explosive acclamation of Harriet Beecher Stowe's book, Uncle Tom's Cabin, and the subsequent plays, vignettes, and Tom shows that recreate scenarios from the novel, minstrels eventually incorporated those storylines into their presentation, including the banjos for Southern authenticity, and brought this to an international audience for more than 100 years. How country music was whitewashed. Once phonographs came along in the early 20th century and segregated sounds, creating categories along racial lines to market and sell music, the long-standing traditions that blurred those lines were virtually discarded. Country grew from a need to appease a Southern audience that idealized the great cause in a wake of the Civil War. During the Great Migration, many black folk left the banjo, country music, and so many other African traditions in the South for a new life elsewhere. Yet our influence in country and bluegrass remains substantial in fundamental ways, most notably as a guiding force behind the brightest luminaries. Black musicians taught country music legends how to play. T-Top Payne, a guitarist and street performer from Louisiana, was the only teacher and mentor to the legendary Hank Williams, teaching him passing chords and how to write songs. Musician Leslie Riddle befriended the Carter family, found and transcribed Negro spirituals for them, and gave them guitar lessons, thus establishing the bedrock of country music. Fiddler and guitarist Arnold Schultz, the son of a former slave from a family of musicians and performers, played a pivotal role in the life of Bill Monroe, the father of bluegrass. He gave him his first gig, introducing him to the blues, and taught him a Kentucky thumb-style guitar technique that would make musician Chet Atkins famous. Bill Monroe said that Arnold Schultz was his best friend and always spoke to him fondly. Cultural appropriation at its finest. How the banjo was so thoroughly sanitized of its blackness in an analogy for the kind of cultural appropriation that has always defined America, now more than ever. The overwhelming African-American contributions to the country and bluegrass remain just beneath the surface for anyone that's willing to listen. Queen Esther is an African-American vocalist and songwriter that performs country, jazz, Black American music all over the world. And with that being said, family, if you are already familiar with where country music came from, you know what I mean? Leave a comment, let me know. If you weren't, you know what I'm saying? Let me know if you liked this video. If this was new for you, let me know. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you made it this far, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace and love, family.